Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your July 2025 general reading. Know that this isn't for everybody. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't sound like it's your story, then just, take what resonates, leave the rest, or move on to a different video or a different reader if you have to. That's part of it, right? I may not be the one for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate all you all being here. All right. My name is Rudi, and let's get started with your reading. Wow, 3 of water. Beautiful, Sagittarius. What crosses that is 8 of fire. Wow. All right. Busy going on. 3 of water is camaraderie with friends, being with like-minded people, having fun, maybe going on vacation, maybe celebrating in the summer before you graduate, something like that. There's just fun in the sun, having fun, having friends, being with like-minded people. There's growth here. This is such a beautiful card of friendship and love and kindness, and again, being with like-minded people. And what crosses that is the 8 of fire. I feel like this is almost like, I don't want to say a last hurrah, but there's some type of celebration going on here. Maybe everyone's getting together again, graduation, some type of thing like that. Sending out a bunch of resumes, looking for work, sending out for jobs, and there's this fast-moving energy. So whatever this is here, unfortunately, it's not the real world, and it's not going to last. So enjoy this slower time, enjoy this friendship, enjoy the people around you, because things are about to get really hectic and really busy, and there'll be a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot going on for all of you, but there's a lot going on. There's again, I feel like resumes going out, job offers, going on interviews. And it's like you all may be going on the same path, but there's so much going on that it won't be very, you won't have this togetherness for a while. 2 of water. You have, that's crazy because you have 2 and 3 of water. Past energy is a 2 of water. So this is very much a card of love and a card of partnership and a card of togetherness. You could have met somebody in school, or, past energy that led you into this energy with the 3 of Cups. It could be, you met your partner through a group or with people, or, falling in love, finding yourself, finding your soulmate. I use that term. I think we have a lot of soulmates, but this is definitely like-mindedness, card of love, card of togetherness, celebrating. It could be a friend. I feel it's more you. Maybe there's an engagement. Maybe there's some type of a commitment that you all will do with the 3 of water, or celebrate being together with like-minded people. And then, that fast-moving energy where life shifts and changes, and it's like, hold on, right? Let's see what brought this 3 of water energy up in this reading. Why did this 3 of water, why is it central to the issue of you? The 5 of earth. I feel like this energy's come up because there was a time in your life, Sagittarius, when you felt like you were alone, like you felt like there was nobody there for you. You felt like there was no positive, even though the sun was shining, even though there was a path forward. You maybe chose to see or to think the worst of a situation, when there was help for you. And I feel like the sun is your friends. I feel like this seashell is the sun that they're holding up. It's like this brought you all together. It could have been in therapy. It could have been in classes. It could have been in something like that you all met and it brought you all together. But I feel like they almost, friends almost rescued you or pulled you up out of this to show you the way, to show you that there's other things in life. Future. You have the Hangman. This is just talking about not rushing, making sure. Here's the thing. When you're with a bunch of people, and even though they're your best friends, there can be some type of, I feel like this is schooling or career or something like that, job-wise. I could be wrong. You'll have to let me know. But it's like when each of these are going on a chosen path, and they're all going to want you to go with them. And you might have plans. You might have other plans. And this is for you to figure out. This is for you to sit with. This isn't for you to just follow the crowd because they're your friends. You have to really sit with and see which is the best path for you. And I feel that's where the Hangman comes in. It's a card of Pisces, and it's a card of letting go, learning from a situation, seeing something from a different perspective, a different angle, seeing somebody else's, definition of, or somebody else's, what am I trying to say? Somebody else's perspective, right? Seeing something from a different angle, a different perspective, letting yourself think outside the box. And I mean, they could be putting ideas in your head, and that's fine. And maybe you're contemplating it. Maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe you're seeing what's the best path for you. But I feel like this is, even though there's a group of people and there's people here that are your tribe, you have to fly solo on certain things. Because I feel that's the same person, and that's you. What is the future for Sagittarius have? What holds the future? What is the future for Sag? Six of Air. Yeah, moving yourself forward. Moving yourself forward. What a beautiful card. Carving your own path forward. Moving out of, kind of a rough situation, choppy waters into calmer waters. But moving ahead, moving forward. You're finally going after that sun, on your own, by yourself, maybe with a partner, but you're doing it for you. It's what you're doing for you. You put a lot of thought and energy into this. You've thought about it. You've sat with it. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Air, and this is subconscious, and this is talking about your choices, decisions. Maybe, it's funny here. It's like they're holding her up, and she's got to put her roots down, and she's not sure where to go. There's, different options. Seeing what's the best fit for her. And that's kind of what I feel with you. Subconsciously, I feel like even though you're part of a group, part of a bigger picture, and you could find love, and I feel like this can be like love, or it could be friendship love also. Very dear, near friends is kind of what I feel too. But even though you have this, you have to fly solo. You have to. I keep getting this song from Wicked in my head. So at least if I'm flying free. Kind of that energy. Like, I'm doing this for me. Doing it for yourself. Not doing it for other people. Not doing it because they want you to. But doing it for yourself. Because you want to. And that doesn't mean you love your friends any less or more. It just means that you are, again, you've given it thought and you're moving ahead on your best path for yourself. And it could be too where, you know, all the resumes go out and you get some job or you get an interview far away. And you have to decide, do I go? What do I do? And you will go. Anchor. Keep yourself grounded. It's funny because everything's flying. Keep yourself grounded. So I feel like there is a lot of things up in the air, but it is telling you to keep yourself grounded. So you will lay your roots down. You will put your roots down. Yeah, we have emotions, feelings with the water. We have our thoughts with the air. We have our fire. We have our creativity and our passion and our desire. And it's what you want to what you want to bring, what you want to manifest. One more card for you guys, Sagittarius. What a beautiful reading. I've had so many, I don't want to say not positive, but kind of heavy, dark readings here lately. This is really a breath of fresh air. Master of the Hunt. Speed, masculinity, and flow. And I do have to say, even though I say she in these, because it looks like a woman, can be a man. It's interchangeable. Master of the Hunt. Number 15. Let's see. The master of the hunt made himself known to me at the time I encountered the white stag. Were they one in the same? I am not sure, for they appeared as separate identities, but somehow I feel they were one. He didn't reveal his name to me, and the more I researched him, I understand why. The Horned Man has been seen in many locations and many timelines, therefore, depending on where you originated, you will know him by the name given to him there. He may be known as Coronos, I don't know how to say that. Herni the Hunter, the Horn God, Master of the Hunt, and even Gwen Upneath, King of the Fairies. I imagine I saw him running through the forest with such skill as though he never knew a rock, that he knew every rock, every dip, every tree. He was part of the forest. He looked at me with a smirk and a nod as he ran. He did not need to look where he was going. It was just pure flow. When he then approached me and hugged me as like the white stag, he saw that I was weary. I laid my head on his shoulder in the embrace of someone who cared and wanted to lend his strength. On drawing this card, the Master of the Hunt is asking, where have you stepped out of flow? Are you feeling supported and flowing in what you are doing in your life? Or are you facing resistance and exhaustion? You see you cannot be in complete flow if there is some part of your life that is residing in resistance. Resistance can come in many forms. Do you hate your job and cringe every time you have to head to work? Is there something in your life or someone you have to do things that bring your energy levels down, or people you have in your life that block your creativity? You might even develop pains in your body, especially your neck, where you are holding onto tensions because of this issue, which is a physical manifestation of the block in your life, which is resistance. If you become more aware of these blockages in your life, you then look at how to change them and ask, what do I truly want? If you are stuck in a job and you don't like it, you must shift your self-talk about it to something more positive and less permanent. You might say to yourself, I am grateful for my job because it is getting me to where I need to be. Then it is time to go after what you do want and become the master of the hunt. Hunt out exactly what is necessary to get where you want and need to be. Allowing ourselves to shift the negative talk around what we don't want can help shift us into the vibrational match of what we do want, which creates flow. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support and strength of those around you. You might have exhausted yourself by being in a situation you don't like or pushing too hard to make something work. When you really need what you really need to do is remove your roadblocks first and allow the flow to take you to where you need to be. And I also feel that this is really good for like your friendship. You know, don't get stuck in feeling like you have to be with them to be supported. They're going to support you no matter what, as you're going to support them. But you have to be your own person, and you have to make your own decisions, and you have to chart your own course. And I really feel like you're doing this. I feel like everything I read in the book is everything I talked about. You know, you taking time for yourself, getting the rest you need, figuring things out, moving yourself forward with the 8 of air and also the 6 of air. And really figuring things out, you know, what is the best for you. All the while being very grateful for situations and circumstances that got you to where you are. All right, guys. Let me know if this resonates for you. I'd love to hear from you. You can give me a thumbs up. You can write down in the comments if you'd like to. If you have any questions, I try to answer everybody. If you have considered subscribing and have not yet, please do so. If you feel inclined, I appreciate it. You can give me a thumbs up. You can like the page. You can hit the notification bell if you do subscribe, so you don't miss any of my readings. Check out my other videos on the channel. See if you're interested. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you sharing your energy with me for this short time that we're together, Sagittarius. And I hope you have a really, really great month ahead. And let me know, again, if this resonates. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, bye for now.